Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So this is the look I'll be creating today, and it's a bridal look on a dry skin. Yes, you could wear this to church, to registry, and while most people will kind of like tilt towards the silvers and the golds for bridal looks, I kind of like a bit of color on my lid. Yes, it's still popping and cool. So if this is something you are interested in, please keep watching and let's get started. So guys, I would be starting off with my Eskimo Naturals face cleanser. This one has cucumber and I'm using that to wipe her face. I deposited a bit of the product on that cotton pad. My model today is my baby sister. So yeah, she already applied her face cream, so I'm just using that cleanser to wipe off any residue on her face and to kind of just like start off with a clean and clear face. So if you have a client, particularly a bride, whether or not they've applied their face cream, please cleanse their face. You could use your micellar water or any face cleanser, rose water of your choice. Yeah, so after I'm done wiping her face, I went in with some moisturizing. First thing I did was to apply vitamin C serum, and then I went in with essential oil for her under eye. Like I said, we are working with a dry skin today, so please, if you have a client who has a dry skin, moisturize, moisturize, moisturize. I cannot overemphasize that. Next thing is to go in with my Ever Beauty Sheer Envy Illuminating Face Primer to prime her face, her forehead, just basically all over her face. Okay, again, if you have a dry skin client, please, especially if you would be using face products that are mattifying, please moisturize. Okay, if not, they're gonna just be breaking, their makeup is gonna be breaking up on their face, and you don't want that. Okay, when I'm done moisturizing, the next thing to do is to do my brows. Yeah, I did my brows off camera so as to speed things up, but I do have a brow video totally dedicated to brows. I explained everything there, so if you want to watch that, please kindly check that out on my channel. And what I'm doing now is to go in with my Zico Second Skin HD concealer in a shade that is very close to her skin tone to define the inner part of the brows and the outer part of the brows. Okay, as you can see, you already have, or we already have, a bright shade of concealer on her lid. Did I say lid? Sorry, I mean brow bone area. Just pardon me today, guys. The brow bone area, and I used LA Girl Pro Conceal in Pure Beach for her brow bone area. And right now I'm just going into that Zico concealer to conceal the outer part of the brows and the inner part of the brows. Like I said, you want to use a concealer that's close to your client's skin tone for both the inner part and the outer part, and then use something light for the brow bone area so as to just make it pop. Okay, after that, I would be cleaning up the top of the brows with that same Zico concealer. Okay, this part is totally skippable, so yeah, I always love to do foundation first, but because of this video I decided to do brows first. Okay, so after that I went in to a very densely packed what's it called, blending brush, to blend out all the concealers and also conceal her lid because she has a bit of discoloration on there. So yeah, do that as well. If you have a client, whether they have dry skin or not, please conceal their lid, just so you could even out any form of discoloration, because you know we are black people, we're Nigerians, and we don't have even skin tone. Not that there are no people who, now I'm skipping it. I don't even know what I'm saying, guys. Okay, so scratch that. Moving on, now I'm using an eyeshadow base for her. Like I said, I already conceal her lid to even out discoloration, and this is just allowing, you know, that eyeshadow base to move smoothly and also lay out nicely. The next thing I'm gonna do right now is to slightly lift up her brows, because she has a bit of fine lines on her lid, and I want to make sure that the eyeshadow base gets into the right places, because I don't want any creasing at all. And I'm just, you know, lifting up the brows so as to make sure everything sits in place nicely. What I'm gonna do next is to reach into my eyeshadow palette. It is called On the Edge, and it's quite colorful. I absolutely love this palette, and it is so inexpensive, you guys. You would not believe it, and it does so much. But anyway, let's get into the business. So I'm just taking a very true orange shade. Like I said, most people will tilt towards golds and purples and nudes when it comes to church look or registry look. But for me, I like a bit of color. But please listen to your client, okay? Listen to your client. If they say they don't want colors, please do not put colors on their lid. All right. So for the sake of this video, I'm going into an orange shade, just like I said, and I'm placing that on the lid, after which I will be going into a true brown shade to define the outer corners, like I am doing right now. You want to go lightly on the brown colors, okay, or any color at all that you'll be applying on your outer corner. Remember, I did not apply any transition shade. I just started off with the lid. So every color that I'll be applying on the outer corner, I'm slightly dragging inwards. And I'm just doing that so I could also blend out the edges of that orange shade that I applied on the lid to get rid of any sharp lines, okay? So after that, I would be going into a deeper brown shade to even define that outer corner some more, like I am doing now. I'm just working one eye at a time, and as you can see, I'm not going back and forth into that palette. Like I said, the palette is really pigmented. All the colors there, the shimmers, the mattes, the nudes, everything on that palette is quite pigmented. So right now I am just defining that outer corner some more, okay, using the color black. And as you can see, I am taking my time to blend in, because I want that black in some certain areas. I don't want it all over the transition shade. I don't want it on the lid. I don't want it in the inner corner. So I'm just taking my time. Blending is your friend, guys. Take your time to blend. As a makeup artist, you have to be patient, okay? So I kind of like applied the false lashes, did my liner off camera so as to speed things up. All right, and right now I am using Ezekiel foundation in the shade, I think, Cappuccino. I absolutely love this foundation, you guys. In fact, I love Ezekiel as a brand. They are one brand that knows how to work it. If you know, you know. Yes, so I'm just working one area at a time. You would not believe, you guys, I used 1.5 pump for the entire look, the entire face. Just 1.5 pump. So you really want to take it easy if you are using this particular brand, okay? After that, I am going to like apply all of my highlighting and contouring. I'm gonna do all of that off camera so as to speed things up, but please take your time in working the skin one area at a time on your client, especially if you are using matte foundations. All right, like I said, I already did my highlighting off camera so as to speed things up. If you want a video dedicated to highlighting and contouring, I'll be more than happy to film that for you guys and show you the technique that I use on my clients, especially. Excuse me. So right now I am going into my V Beauty powder palette, and I am mixing two dark colors. I'm mixing dark chocolate and maroon as her overall face powder, just making sure that everything blends seamlessly. I don't want harsh lines. You really do not want harsh lines on your clients, please. So take your time to blend. The same technique applies the same way you take your time to blend your eyeshadows, to blend your foundation. Take that same time to blend your powders as well, and you would love your work. After that, I'm going into that same palette, and I'm using the shade called Ebony to contour. Now I did not cream contour, guys. I'm only using powder contour. Okay, you could powder contour, cream contour for your clients, whichever one tickles your fancy, but for me and for the sake of this look, I am just doing powder contour. All right, again, I'm going in circular motion, putting the contour in the right places. I'm not like going overboard with it. I'm just taking it really, really lightly, one step at a time. Okay, yeah, so that's the finished look, and I'm showing you this clip to kind of like show you how I packed and styled her box braid as I would if she was a real bride going to the registry or the church for her wedding. So guys, that is the finished look. Please comment down below if you learned something, and please share this video with your friends. I absolutely love you, and please take a moment to subscribe, and thank you for watching.